In this video, we're going to talk about USC, the University of Southern California, the pros, the cons, and how to get in. USC is a prestigious private university that's located in downtown Los Angeles. It has about 21,000 undergraduates, so it's very big. And when you apply as a freshman, you apply directly to one of 11 different undergraduate colleges, ranging from everything from arts and sciences to business to engineering, to film, to journalism, etc. What's great about USC is that it's so big that you can study pretty much anything you want. You can major in anything from neuroscience to video game production to AI for business. And what's also great is that regardless of which college you actually go to, you can minor in pretty much anything you want. So you can major, for example, in aerospace engineering and then get a minor in film production. Let's talk about USC versus UCLA. These two schools are fierce crosstown rivals, and they're located about 20 minutes apart. And students and alumni of these schools like to think that they have absolutely nothing in common, but they actually do have quite a bit in common. They're both very large. They both have world-class academic departments. They both have great sports programs. They both have vibrant social scenes. They both obviously have great Southern California weather, and they're both known for having a ton of beautiful people on campus. But the biggest difference is that UCLA is public, whereas USC is private. And that means that UCLA is a lot cheaper to go to, particularly if you're a California resident, but even if you're out of state or international. And the other difference is that at USC, because you pay so much money to go there, almost $100,000 a year, there's a lot more personal hand-holding. So you don't have to deal with the same bureaucracy. You get a lot smaller class sizes. You get to know your professors well. They really kind of bend over backwards for you. So the great thing about USC is you get the size and the scale of a large public university, but all the individualized attention of a private school. What are some of the pros of USC? Well, the first pro is that there's something for everyone. Not only does it have the top film school in the nation, it's got a top 10 business program, it's got a top 20 computer science program, it's got a top 30 engineering program. Pretty much anything you want to study, it will be at the highest level. A second pro is school spirit. USC is famous for its legendary school spirit. All the students will come out to support their athletic teams, particularly the football team. And the motto at the school is Trojans for life. And alumni really take that seriously. When you graduate or when you're looking for internships, USC alumni all over the world will really bend over backwards to help you. A third pro is Marshall Business. USC has a top 10 ranked undergraduate business program, and it excels in a number of different areas, including entrepreneurship, international business, real estate, accounting, management. And because of the strong alumni network and because you're located in the second largest city in the country, it's really easy to get internships and jobs after graduation. A fourth pro is the city of Los Angeles. You're located right in the heart of Los Angeles, which means you have access to concerts, professional sport teams, amazing restaurants from all over the world. You've got museums, hiking trails, and the beach is about 30 minutes away. Plus, after graduation, Los Angeles is a leader in many professional fields, including entertainment, obviously, but also technology, aerospace, life sciences, and so many others. And a fifth pro are all of the specialty programs. Because the school excels in so many different areas, they have a lot of interdisciplinary majors that you can take advantage of, such as the Business for Cinematic Arts program, which prepares you for a business in entertainment. There's also AI for Business, which prepares you to become a chief data officer. And there's something called the Iovine and Young Academy, which is a really specialized program for kind of like creative tech entrepreneurs. So what's great is that you don't just have the standard majors that you have at other schools. You have these specialized interdisciplinary programs that you won't find anywhere else. What are some of the cons of USC? Well, the first is downtown LA. While the campus of USC itself is actually really clean and safe and beautiful, the surrounding area is not so great. Downtown LA is arguably the worst part of LA. It gets really hot in the summer. There's a lot of smog. And right off campus, there's a lot of homelessness and crime. So while campus itself is fine, if you want to take advantage of everything LA has to offer, you really have to know someone who has a car or you have to Uber. and the public transportation is not that great. A second potential con is Greek life. Greek life is really prominent at USC. It's definitely known for being something of a party school. This can make your time there really fun if you're a member of a fraternity or sorority, but it's definitely harder if you're not a member. So if you're a girl, it's pretty easy to go to any party that the fraternities are throwing. But if you're a guy, you have to know someone to get on the guest list, and even then you sometimes have to pay like a $50 cover charge. A third con is there's lots of rich kids. USC used to be known as the University of Spoiled Children because it was said that it was rich kids who couldn't get into UCLA. And these days, the school is actually really diverse. There's a large international population. Ethnically, it's really diverse. But there's still a very large contingent of really wealthy kids, of children of alumni, children of celebrities. So you'll see a lot of fancy cars and a lot of designer handbags. And a fourth con is the course restrictions. USC definitely encourages students to take classes from all the different undergraduate colleges. But the problem is they put a lot of restrictions on students as far as how many courses you can take and what kind of prerequisites they require. So when you get there, you might feel like a kid in a candy store, and then you realize that it's not as easy as you thought. How to get into USC. The first tip is to apply early decision to the business school. The early decision option is new for fall 2025, and it's only available for the business school. So you can't use it at any of the other undergraduate colleges. And because it's new, we don't know exactly what kind of admissions boost it will provide. But if it's anything like other schools, it'll probably be a sizable boost. The second tip is that you can apply early action to any of the undergraduate colleges. And for some of the specialty programs, you have to apply early action. It's important to note, however, that applying early doesn't really give you any kind of admissions boost at all. The early action acceptance rate is about 8%, which is the same for regular decision. But as I said, for some programs, you need to apply early. It's also important to know that USC does not reject any applicants from the early action round. You either get accepted or you get deferred. And if you do get deferred, you have about a 5% statistical chance of getting admitted in the spring. The third tip is to emphasize your extracurriculars. If you look at UCLA, by comparison, you cannot get in there without a 3.9 or 4.0. They really require you to have an excellent GPA. USC is different. There are a lot of students who get in with very high GPAs, but they definitely take a much more holistic approach. So if you don't have a perfect GPA, but you have a really good extracurricular record or a really interesting backstory, you can definitely have a good chance at getting in. And the fourth tip is that you can transfer to USC. USC is one of those schools that has a really high transfer acceptance rate of about 24%. So if it's your dream school and you don't get in as a freshman, don't despair. Do your first year somewhere else at another four-year college or even at a community college. Do really well and then apply to transfer. You have much better odds of getting in as a transfer student than as a first-year applicant. And I've helped many students do exactly that. I hope this helps. If you have any questions for me or you want to know about how to become a client, you can visit my website or you can email me directly.